What is that?
Are you kidding?
We haven't seen him in months.
JT Hogg just walks in here.
Show up
Out of the blue.
Out of nowhere.
Gentlemen, allow me to interrupt with we got the cameras in. JT Hogg's back.
JT Hogg is back. And let me tell you something there, and I'll tell all the people at home that this will not stand. The vicious and malicious, we got screwed, we got cheated, and we never lost those tag team titles, and we're coming back for it.
Looks to me like you guys got your butts kicked tonight.
Butts kicked? Are you kidding me? Butts kicked? Butts kicked? Bring it! Get back here! Come back here! Bring it! Now!
Hello everyone, Aaron Hurt here, ready for another edition of PWA on YouTube. You saw at the start of the program the reaction that Vicious and Delicious had to the return of JT Hogg and the subsequent loss of their tag team titles, which all went down on the last edition of the program, as well as Tommy Forte and his match against heavyweight champion Outlaw Tony James, ending with franchise player Chris Pruitt stabbing him in the back, no other way to put it. We will address that situation a lot more. Tommy Forte remains the United States champion, and he is going to put that belt on the line against Jeffrey John in our opening contest. So let's go down to ringside right now for that match. And here comes Tommy Forte, set to defend his United States championship here against Jeffrey John. Should be a great way to start things off here. Jeffrey John with an air of supreme confidence on his face. For the many fans of Tommy Forte here at the PWA Arena tonight, they have to hope he's not preoccupied by the betrayal of Chris Pruitt. If you saw our last program, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Forte needs to stay focused on his opponent here tonight. Jeffrey John calls himself the king of the 614. But Tommy Forte has had a stronghold on that United States Championship for quite some time here in 2019. Side headlock takeover. John might not get very far trying to wrestle Tommy Forte, though he is able to roll over and get a 1 count there. Forte will need to watch out for the strength and quickness of Jeffrey John. Oh, just about got himself disqualified, squandered this very valuable opportunity at the United States Championship. Reversal. Here comes Tommy Forte. Oh, but John able to quickly duck out of the way, not able to avoid those boots to the jaw. Pace quickens here. Drop kick from John. Quickly floats over for the cover. Does not hook the leg, though. Jeffrey John just pounded away on Tommy Forte. But he's certainly not going to endear himself to the fans. These kind of shortcuts. It's what makes Tommy Forte so beloved. The fact that he's an honorable champion and has held this belt with a lot of pride and dignity. And as I referred to, I can't say much about the dignity of one franchise player, Chris Pruitt. John still working on Forte in the corner. Using his knee to put pressure on the neck and the upper back. Oh, catches a forearm shot to the jaw. That pretty face of Jeffrey John, but he's able to recover in time to connect with that lariat. This time hooks the leg, but still only gets a 2 count. Forte getting stretched here. Oh. Now modifies the hold to put extra pressure on the shoulder. Nowhere for Forte to go either. Maybe if he can roll his hips, he can get back to a vertical base, which he in fact does. Comes out of that with a huge hip toss. Perhaps the damage has been done to the lower back of Forte. Hammers away in the corner. Whips John across. Charges in. Huge shoulder block. Follows it up with a vertical suplex and holds on. Oh my, Falcon Arrow did the deal. Is that enough? Just 2. Credit where it is due to Jeffrey John for kicking out of that. Oh! Stunner! That's got to be enough to finish him off. Ladies and gentlemen, your winner and still the Premier Wrestling Alliance United States Champion, Tommy Forte. Great maneuver by Forte to retain his U.S. Championship, but fans, right now we're going to go to some comments I was able to get with the franchise player, Chris Pruitt. Take a listen to this. Make up your own mind about this situation between him and that man, the U.S. Champion, Tommy Forte. Chris Pruitt, I'm going to dispense with the pleasantries. I'm going to get right to the point, ask you what everybody wants to know. What do you have to say for yourself? That scene that you put on out there, that display in front of all these fans, what's gone wrong in your head?
Yeah, the return of the franchise player, Chris Pruitt, the return of the guy who kicks butt, takes names, and doesn't ask any favors, doesn't ask any questions. You're talking about the guy who started the Premier Wrestling Alliance, the very first ever PWA Heavyweight Champion. Hey, Aaron, have you seen a title around my waist lately? No. You know why? Because I've catered to the fans, I've catered to the people, and I've catered to people like Tommy Forte. Well, let me tell you something, people. Pay attention. Open your ears, open your eyes, look into my soul. I don't need any of you. I never needed any of you. I didn't accomplish anything that I have accomplished because of any of you. Aaron, listen, it's not a new Chris Pruitt. It's the same old Chris Pruitt. It's the old Chris Pruitt who used to be on top of the world. You see, you get a hold of those fans and they start dragging you down. They start making you soft. They make you weak. Well, Aaron, I'm back. I'm back, baby. Get ready. The franchise player is in the Premier Wrestling Alliance. And the sooner each and every one of you realize it, the better off everybody will be. Aaron, if you don't have any further questions, and I mean you're done, I'm done.
Well, that just goes to show you, at least for the franchise player Chris Pruitt, the more things change, the more they stay the same. Hello, PWA fans. My name is Aaron Hurt, here to tell you all about how you can keep up with PWA online. Just search PWA Ohio on Facebook or on YouTube, or check out PWAOhio.com for all of the latest information about upcoming events, the latest videos and highlights of past events, and interviews with your favorite PWA wrestlers. So make sure that you like and follow all of those pages. That's PWAOhio.com, PWA Ohio on Facebook, and PWA Ohio on YouTube. And follow along with all of us here from Premier Wrestling Alliance, and we hope to see you at the PWA Arena very soon. Once again, fans, we are forced to contend with the likes of Vicious and Delicious and The Dish. Appointment television, if there ever was one, meaning I wish I had an appointment anywhere else.
Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to have my normal, excited, and happy energy that I have to offer you guys. But for all of you, I will try. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the best segment the PWA has available, The Dish with Vicious and Delicious. Now, this is normally the point where we will bring out one of our fantastic guests. But we will not have a guest tonight because LA and gorgeous Morgan Taylor, we have some stuff to get off of our chest.
That's right. Not only do we have some things to get off our chest, but Vicious and Delicious need to set the record straight and lay down some facts. Here are the facts for you people. Since the day that LA Cordova and gorgeous Morgan Taylor got together and formed Vicious and Delicious, we have earned everything we have gotten. Nothing's been handed to us, and you people have made it all the worse by not showing your appreciation for the greatness of Vicious and Delicious. So, when here in the PWA Arena, JT Hogg returns out of nowhere and cost us the PWA Tag Team titles that we earned, frankly, I was sick to my stomach, and all you people should be too.
How are we to expect? How are we just supposed to accept that we weren't robbed, that we weren't cheated?
We were cheated!
The last time we saw JT, he was playing dress up and putting makeup on his face and calling himself the Razorback. And all of a sudden, he goes and gets himself a therapist, and he comes back and he's all okay. And he just gets to win the PWA Tag Team titles from the greatest thing this company has seen.
Oh, shut your mouth. The fact of the matter is, Vicious and Delicious is the best tag team in the PWA or anywhere else. And the fact that we were screwed, we were bamboozled out of our PWA tag team titles. Let me make one thing clear for all you people, and I'll speak slowly so you can understand me, especially all of you in YouTube land. This is far from over, okay? From what I understand, one of the hillbillies may have had a little accident, okay? You know what I mean? So in no time flat, Vicious and Delicious will right the ship. We will right this wrong, and we will reclaim our PWA Tag Team titles.
So, ladies and gentlemen, please do not forget L.A. Cordova and gorgeous Morgan Taylor. We are two-time PWA Tag Team Champions, and we are soon to be three-time PWA Champion on our constant climb straight to the top.
That's about enough of these jackasses for the time being. Well, fans, among the usual drivel and endless complaints from Vicious and Delicious, heard something very cryptic, very suspicious about an accident to John D. See if I can get some follow-up information on that, if there's anything to that. But right now, we've got another big match ready to go at the ring. We've got Mr. TCB Cody Blaze set to take on the man we heard from earlier, franchise player Chris Cruitt. There you see him, fans, the franchise player, Chris Cruitt. I think I've said my piece already about his behavior. Those disgusting comments that he made earlier speak for themselves. He's set to face off with Mr. TCB, the Cody Blaze. And I guarantee you, if they weren't already, every fan in the PWA arena is rooting for the young man in the green and black, Cody Blaze, hoping he does in fact take care of business tonight. But he's got a tall task and a tough opponent in the person of the franchise player. Man on the verge of celebrating 20 years here in the professional wrestling industry. And take nothing away from him. He is always going to be regarded as the inaugural PWA champion, as the cornerstone, the foundation of this very company in many, many ways. Cody Blaze will have a hard time wrestling that man. He needs to... Oh! Great amateur takedown, floats over. Getting a little sugar time on... And that, talking about that sugar hold he was applying, or about to, on the young competitor, Cody Blaze. As I was trying to say, if he worries about how he's going to beat this skilled veteran, he's going to psych himself out. Oh, bit of hesitation there. But those right hands found their mark. Reversal, but able to get the foot up in time. Connect with the charging franchise player, who goes low with that elbow. Rakes the laces of the boot across his face. Flying clothesline. Might end up being a short night for Cody Blaze, but he powers out. right as the referee's hand struck the mat for a second time. Blaze able to duck the clothesline, duck the attempted elbow, connects with the flying crossbody, hooks the leg. Just that quickly, almost got a huge victory for himself. Oh, thumbs to the eyes. Making Blaze think about it. Ooh, it plants him dead center of the ring. Could be headed to the middle turnbuckle there. We know he likes to come off here with a big forearm, but Blaze had it scouted. Fired up Cody Blaze trying to seize the advantage here. Takes Pruitt over with a vertical suplex, whips him across. Elbow to the sternum. Chris Pruitt reeling here, gets caught with the drop toe hold. Oh, Cody took a little bit of time to try to interact with the crowd here, and it cost him. Is he looking for the package pile driver? If he hits this, it's over. And boy, did he ever plant Cody Blaze with that package pile driver. It's academic. Oh, but he picks the young man up off the canvas. Come on. You had him beat. You could permanently injure the man. Ah, again. Package pile driver. Ladies and gentlemen, your winner, the franchise player, Chris Pruitt. I'm not even going to bother with my feelings on this, fans. That, quite frankly, probably not fit for these airwaves. So instead, we're just going to go to a commercial break. We have got a lot more to come on the program here tonight. Make sure you stick around for more PWA, fans. We'll be right back.
Franchise player Chris Pruitt here for the PWA School of Professional Wrestling. Do you want to be a wrestler, a manager, a ring announcer, a commentator, a referee? The PWA School of Professional Wrestling is your opportunity. 737 Slocum Avenue in Lancaster, Ohio. Tryouts are absolutely free from 4 to 6 p.m. on Sunday, 7 to 9 on Tuesday. Come on down, try it out. See if you got what it takes to be the next big star.
Ladies and gentlemen, co-holder of the PWA Tag Team Championships, JT Hogg. First things first, JT Hogg, welcome back to the PWA. Now, it was one of the most exciting moments of 2019, bar none, when you made your return. Not only did you return, but you captured those tag team titles that you got right there with John D. As I said, one of the best moments of 2019. But I'm afraid that you've got a bit of bittersweet news, bit of an unfortunate announcement that we have to give to all the fans at this particular time. So I will let you have the floor. Let everybody know what's happening.
Hey, let me ask you a question, Aaron. Whereabouts are you from?
Well,
It doesn't matter where you're from, because finally, the Hog has come back to Lancaster, Ohio. But unfortunately, I do have some bad news. Unfortunately, John D had a little bit of a farming accident. Now, some people call it an accident, but I have a feeling there was nefarious things afoot. And I think that Vicious and Delicious might have been behind it.
hold on this microphone here, JT. You got that belt to hold on to. It's about the only thing I'm good for anyway. Now, I believe you there. We heard about this accident. We heard about the circumstances of this accident. It made everybody a little bit suspicious that John D., as experienced as he is on that farm, there's no way he fell off a tractor and hurt himself. If you ask me, I'm not Columbo, I'm no detective, but it doesn't take a genius to figure that much out. But that's the situation. Now we need to know what happens next.
Well, I tell you what, wheels just don't fall off like that. But I will tell you something. John D. will be back in a couple weeks. He'll be all 100%, and we'll be there to rain havoc all over the PWA Tag Team division.
Just a little setback in the road back to championship glory for JT.
Boo!
All right. Hey, wait.
JT. Hey, JT. Hey, Nick Stevens, PWA General Manager. JT, I could not help but overhear the unfortunate circumstance that your tag team partner John D is in. Truly breaks my heart to hear about this. In fact, I gave John D a call earlier today, and he assured me that he would return as soon as he was healed and as soon as he could. But unfortunately, the time frame that he gave me doesn't fit within the PWA guidelines. For you see, JT, and you of all people should know this, a champion has to defend their title every 30 days. And unfortunately, John D couldn't assure me that he could do that. JT, this really hurts me to do this, but I'm going to have to strip you of the PWA Tag Team Championship.
What?
Brian, go get the belts. JT, in all seriousness,
Wait a minute.
truly breaks my heart. I was rooting for you guys. I didn't want to do this. The
Brian,
executive board didn't want to do this. JT, our hands were tied. There was nothing we could do. JT, I'm so sorry to do this to you so soon. Brian, will you hurry up? Just grab it. JT, again, this was just nothing I wanted to do. It's nothing personal. You know I have to do what's best for business. That's my job. And what's best for business is best for the PWA. And what's best for the PWA, well, it's best for Nick Stevens. Brian, will you get back here? We have things to do. We have business to take care of. JT, I wish you the best of luck. I didn't want to have to announce this like this. You know what? Speaking of luck, JT, I wish you luck tonight in your match. Which is next. Aaron, do your job and announce his opponent. Brian, why do I have to tell you to come back? That is ridiculous. You need to... See you later, JT. Brian, seriously, do you know...
PWA fans, Aaron Hurt here with you. If you like what you are seeing on YouTube, then don't miss the opportunity to see the action live and in person. The first Saturday of every month at the PWA Arena, 737 Slocum Avenue in Lancaster. Premier Wrestling Alliance is in action, plus select dates in towns near you. Check out PWAOhio.com for tickets for not just the arena events, but all events. Arena events start at $5. And that's PWAOhio.com for all of your ticket information. Main event time here, fans. JT Hogg facing off against Mr. 5-Star Gary Gandy. The opponent named by General Manager Nick Stevens. JT Hogg now apparently no longer a co-holder of the tag team titles. We saw him capture with John D. our last episode. JT making his dramatic return. Now just brawling Gary Gandy. We heard the allusions that Vicious and Delicious made to John D having some sort of accident. Huge headlines here. Before the action gets too intense here in this main event, I want to tell you about what we already have on tap for our next edition, fans. The 4th annual Shot at Greatness Battle Royal, the winner to get the match of their choice, any stipulations, any title, any time or place. Juan Crazy Hillbilly, the winner in 2018. Jimmy Fahrenheit, the man to earn that opportunity in 2017, and Lafferty, the first ever Mr. Shot at Greatness. Not sure about the whereabouts of Juan these days, but we know that Jimmy and Lafferty are most likely going to be in the mix, as well as quite possibly one or both of these men. Talking about Gary Gandy and JT Hogg. Somewhat surreal to see this big man, especially in the shape he's in. JT Hogg's dropped over 100 pounds since we last saw him, in the best shape of his life. And fired up. That little bit of business we had a few short minutes ago from the man who JT Hogg once had a very close relationship with, speaking of Nick Stevens. I'm sure that just adds extra fuel to his fire. Gary Gandy introduced violently to the ring post. He's taking a 5-star butt kicking right now. Oh my! The fight goes all the way around the PWA arena here. Gandy back in the ring. Oh! I don't know if the camera caught it, but he kicked that middle rope right up into the nether regions of JT Hogg. Gandy Gandy taking liberties in there. Oh, stomps on the fingers. Baseball slide, big right hand. Former PWA champion Gary Gandy back in control during tonight's main event. Oh, but got caught. Something new from JT Hogg. Pulls out a back kick. Connects with Gandy out of midair, but Gandy able to roll away from that attempted elbow drop. Cravat working over the neck. Oh, great maneuver there by JT Hogg. Rolls through, turns it into a pinning combination, but came up right in position for the kick to the temple. That might be it. Oh. Gandy incredulous, perhaps with the right to be, after connecting with that kick. Again, drops the knee this time. Sadistic behavior here by Gary Gandy. The referee needs to warn him about this small joint manipulation. JT Hogg able to come up with a body scissors. Near fall. I think Gary Gandy's just trying to figure out what to do to the man now. Oh, JT has his arm hooked across that top rope. Levels him with the huge lariat. A second one and a third. One thing's for sure, the PWA fans are loving what they're seeing. Big boot connects. I shudder to think what the man has in mind here. Well, oh my goodness, out of nowhere. Vicious and delicious. Look at this. Morgan Taylor, LA Cordova. Just assaulting JT Hogg. Here comes Randy. Randy, the rowdy hillbilly, coming to the rescue of none other than JT Hogg. Still a 3-on-2 disadvantage. Meeting of the minds for Mo and Larry. The other stooge scurries to the back. JT just now realizing who it was, in fact, that helped him out. What are we gonna see here? I don't know if the PWA can handle it if these two pick up where they left off. Let's hope the bonds of family are strong enough.
JT.
I guess we're going to hear from Nick Stevens again.
JT, Hey, it's me again. Hey, congratulations on your hard-fought victory tonight. You know, while the PWA Tag Team Championship might be vacant, 2 teams are going to have the opportunity to win the championship. In one corner, Vicious and Delicious, LA Cordova and Gorgeous Morgan Taylor. You know what, JT? Tonight, you have proven yourself. JT, if you can find a tag team partner, consider yourself in. Good luck.
Fans, I'm going to go out here and try to get a word with these gentlemen. See if we can figure anything out. JT Hogg, I heard the announcement. Everybody heard the announcement. Nick Stevens says if you can pick a partner, you can go after those tag team titles that you never lost. Who's it going to be? JT? You got an opportunity with the partner of your choice. Who is it going to be?
Randy? What do you say? How about one more time?
What do you say, Randy? One more time around.
No.
Oh, whoa, no.
JT, this won't be one last time. This will be many.
Well, there we have it. Randy and JT Hogg to challenge for the Tag Team Championships at the Fairfield County Fairgrounds. Fans, you saw JT Hogg get the victory over Mr. 5-Star Gary Gandy by disqualification, but perhaps the bigger story is the announcement we heard from General Manager Nick Stevens prior to the match with his decision to strip the Tag Team Championships from John D. Crazy Hillbilly and JT Hogg, which leaves us with a very unique situation, because next week on the program, when we come to you from the Fairfield County Fairgrounds, we're going to have the Shot at Greatness Battle Royal. We're going to have Tommy Forte defending the United States Championship. We're going to have Outlaw Tony James defending the PWA Heavyweight Championship. And now, as you saw play out, we are going to see the team of JT Hogg and the man who came to his rescue, none other than Randy the Rowdy Hillbilly, join forces, perhaps improbably, to take on the former champions Vicious and Delicious for the vacant Tag Team Championships. So all of those matches set to come to you next time, fans, here on the program. But for this edition, I want to thank you for joining us. Make sure that you come back to see all of that great action from the Fairfield County Fairgrounds next time on PWA.